Hey, what's up? This one will be probably interesting because my interest was piqued. There's this guy that I'm subscribed to. His name is Riddle. That's three D's. Riddle. And you know what? No, this is not a sponsored thing. This is not me advertising him, but it's a story that I picked up just like I would if it was social media giants like TYT, Secular Talk, yada, yada, yada. Okay? But this one piqued my interest. This one is, the title of it is, This Man Woke Up Inside the Giant Anaconda. How did he survive what happened to his body? Obviously clickbait, but good enough questions, very good questions. So the whole story in a nutshell, and I would rather you hear the whole thing because it's a very interesting tale, build up and everything, It's great. And I hope he keeps this series up. This is the first time he's going to try this series. And I think it's good. Now Riddle has put me off in the past with certain things and whatnot, and false clickbait material, which I hope he doesn't do again, because I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. So here's the thing about this whole thing. Was an accountant, and in short, he's like, I'm going to get money. I want to go out down to Brazil, and down there I am going to find this giant anaconda and collect said money. So he goes down there, loses a thumb, makes his way to shore, steps in rodent, and is ultimately swallowed by an anaconda. I am leaving out so much detail you have no idea. A lot of comical detail, but I don't want to ruin his video. I don't want to spoil it for you. I'd rather you go see it because I'm getting it from there. You might as well go check it out, be entertained, and whatnot. Now, this guy ultimately escapes thanks to the aid of a jaguar. So he leaves. He recovers, or is recovering, or in the last part of his recovering. And this was told by a doctor who told somebody else. Therefore, that's like, patient confidentiality violated. But doctors do this stuff all the time anyway. There's no patient confidentiality. It's just, they're going to talk to the inner circle. Other than that, doctors just live in secrecy. They might as well be Batman. So, here's the thing. Did this happen? That's what Riddle is wondering. Did this happen? And if so, why these things? So here's the thing. One part is when he was inside the snake, his boots. You're going to be out in the wild like that. You need some, rubber sole, steel-toed, hopefully steel-toed, but you're going to need some heavy-duty boots, hiking boots. All right, you're going to need that. You're going to need other equipment like knife, rope, first aid, things that help you live. And inside the snake, supposedly his boots and socks melted off. A snake's stomach their stomach acids are roughly stronger than ours. And his boots burned off and whatnot. But see, snakes can, as Riddle explained, as I've heard multiple times through National Geographic and Discovery and things like that, that yes, they can dissolve bone. They can dissolve lots of things, even corrode metal. But it takes so long, days, weeks, months. It depends. So the thing is, how does one dissolve boots in such a finite amount of time? What about the socks? What about these other things? So I came up with this. I figured if I'm gonna do a video, I might as well just have a little retort. And so I wrote this to at Riddle. I have a hypothesis. I'm going to add more detail to what I said, but it probably happened. I mean, this whole snake swallowing thing and whatnot. It probably happened, but the finite details are probably misunderstanding, and this would lead to it being in the realm of saying it could not happen. So, in short, let's say all until the eating happened, why the boots and socks dissolve? There's no evidence of that. So that's the thing. I wrote there's no evidence of that. And I wrote that they probably came off during regurgitation is what happened. Yes, this guy became snake vomit. I asked some other questions, but the whole boots, I'm like, you're not going to dissolve rubber and leather in that amount of time. You could dissolve, fresh flesh, probably within, 6 or 7 hours. But once it's been, tanned, whatnot, turned into leather, that makes it tougher. That's going to take a much longer time to dissolve. Therefore, this happening in a few hours, even if it was just a quarter of a day, that's going to be an issue. And then this guy, he lost a thumb, therefore it's an open wound. Why would there, through water, mud and other things like that, why would it not get infected? And he could easily get infected here in the US, let alone, down there, south of the border. Not saying this just because it's south is this, but it's nasty. No, but at the same time, it's mostly untouched land, and what's there is raw. It is strong. It's not, antibacterial resistant. It is in the raw. It's going to happen, it's like, sex without a condom. It's going to get in you. It's happening. So how would he not get infected in one form or another? And then being inside the snake and having no air, how would he not asphyxiate? You're inside of pure muscle. It's going to slowly but surely press your body in there as the snake even rests, because it's trying to make sure that you shrink and you get to the stomach acid. So you're going to shrink. You're going to get all the H2, the oxygen out of you. It's going to hurt. It's going to be bad. You're not going to be able to breathe. So even at a quarter of a day, half a day, an hour, half an hour with no air, how do you live? The brain can go 6 minutes without oxygen before complete dead and pointless. So that's a good thing to ask and point out. So I think that is most likely, is this far-fetched? Did he get swallowed? As Ridddle said, there was a guy that purposely got swallowed, but he was extremely well equipped for the moment. So this guy wasn't. He's just an accountant. And that's where a lot of things come in. Now, just listening to me and then go listen to Ridddle, you'll find that it's pretty much on par. And I add a little, why not? Why this? And I added more than Ridddle even put in to his own video. The snake is breathing, but you're not in the snake's lungs. You're in the snake's stomach. There's no air. There's at least 2 or 3 sphincters before you get to the snake's stomach. The stomach needs a sphincter so the acid doesn't spill out into the rest of the snake and burn it up. Therefore, how do you breathe with no air? And all that you can breathe is acidic. All the air would be acidic. So I'm just curious. And I think this is an awesome story. I think it's something good that Ridddle came up with. I like that he did it. I hope he does a continuation. He's going to give his rebuttal and all this other stuff on his own video and see how it goes. I'm curious. Are you curious? Go check it out. If you have a fear of snakes, my intent is not to, drive you up the wall in fear or make you cringe or afraid around your house or anything like that. My whole point is just, it's a good, fun topic and whatnot. And if you want to ask, would you cover spiders? Fuck no. There's your answer. All right. That's it. That's all there's to it. So please check out Ridddle. He's already got 2.2 million subscribers. And he's already got like 777 views at the time of this. In saying this is just something else. Like I said, comparative reasoning is a catch-all topic-based channel. It's not just politics. It's not just religion. It's not that. It's any and everything. All right. You want to talk about shoehorns, horny toads, children, adults, space, anything like that. Crayfish, crawfish, lobster, crabs, cracked crab, Alaskan crab, anything, box jellyfish. I don't give a damn. That's what we're all about. So this is Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.